Our texters are holding your feet to the fire about historic climate change.
Feet to the fire.
I like that metaphor.
Nice.
Good. Yep.
I know there are not many fires.
I hope I won't be burned at the
Sydney.
stake, though.
No, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
David in Bristol says, I'm pretty sure it was hotter in the Middle Ages than it was today. Surely, says David, the Earth naturally goes through hot and cold periods. Leading on from this, we don't yet know enough about the way the Earth works, e.g. dust particles, to determine the possibility of global warming.
Well, that's a great question. So there's several things there. David is referring to what scientists call the medieval warm period. The medieval warm period is very well documented. We know a lot about it from historic records. We know a lot about it from tree ring studies, ice cores, coral reefs, etc. And we know two important things about it. One is that the medieval warm period was a phenomenon in Europe. It was warm in Europe. It was not warm everywhere else in the globe. Coral reefs from tropical areas do not show evidence of warming, so it was not a global warming phenomenon.
It's a local thing.
It was a regional phenomenon.
You could fit all of Europe into Queensland and have room left over.
I know,
Europe's tiny.
Well, we don't want to insult our European friends, but the important thing is to realize that that does not refute global warming. Second of all, crucial work done by scientists, including the much maligned but wonderful people at the Climate Research Unit in East Anglia, have analyzed historic temperature records and show that even given the medieval warm period, the warming we are observing today now is greater than the warming that took place in Europe during the medieval warm period. So yes, absolutely there is natural variability. Life is interesting. The world is interesting. Climate changes. But the changes we are seeing now are different. They are bigger than the known changes in historic records. And moreover, and this is the part I think is most important for people to understand, it's not just random variability. We know something about the laws of physics and chemistry, and one of the things we know is that if you put more greenhouse gases into the atmosphere traps more heat. This was first discovered by the great Irish experimentalist John Tyndall in the 1850s, and the prediction that climate change would happen from increasing greenhouse gases was first made by Svante Arrhenius at the turn of the century. The great Swedish geochemist Arrhenius was Swedish, so he thought global warming would be a good thing. So this is a basic prediction from the laws of physics and chemistry. And what we are seeing now is that those predictions are coming true. So yes, there is natural variability, but on top of that natural variability, there is a trend, and that trend is being driven by greenhouse gases and also deforestation.
Thanks for taking the time to download this BBC Radio 5 Live podcast. To find other programmes you might be interested in, click bbc.co.uk/5live, where you'll also find our terms of use.